All right, what's up, everyone? To another video, Full Speed and Pulse, and today we're just updating you guys on what's happening in our garage and, well, technically in our buddy's garage. We are doing a build on the Yfz450. We're having motors issues with this quad, and for the longest time, actually, we kept on getting a little sheen in the oil, and it ran fine for a while. We knew it was hurt, and we knew it was eventually gonna cause some damage inside. And eventually it crapped out on us. And what was going on, it would become very hard starting once warmed up and stalling, and it seemed like it had a loss of power too. And eventually it just pretty much seized. It didn't fully seize, it just would not really turn over fast enough to start the motor. So because of all the projects we have going on in the garage, and because our buddy is very skilled in the 450 builds and all that, we're going to let him take the reins on this. So it'll be the first time for him to be doing any type of videoing of himself. So we'll see how that all goes. I have faith in him. He's really, just his skill alone in mechanics and all that, as long as he films it, we'll be able to edit it and make him look like a pro. What he's going to be doing is pulling the motor completely apart, and we're going to be putting a new crank and piston and jug in it. He does say that our valves and our head looks like it's in good shape still, which is definitely a big plus, because you guys already know with 450s, that's big money in the head. And we already have that head ported out, and has a hot cams in there. I think a stage 2. I don't think we went stage 3. I think we went stage 2. And anyways, everything's pretty much modded out on this thing, except for we kept stock displacement in it for the longest time. So what we're going to be doing to spice up this video, and obviously our four-wheeler, is that we're going to take this thing to a 500. That means a hot rod crank in that thing, stroker, a bigger diameter piston in there also. It just seems like the right move now to make, because the price difference between buying a stock crank with a stock piston size and all that, it's only a little bit more to get this thing bumped up to a 500. And it's still not cheap by any means, but it's definitely seems like just the way to go. This quad is nowhere near stock. So for us to leave the displacement stock just seems kind of silly at this point. We have our Yfz450, which we've left pretty much stock, which is a great, reliable quad. This one here is kind of our sand dune ripper. We don't run quads too much anymore. Whenever we do run our quad, it's usually with my dad, because he still rides his Yfz450. So he usually goes to the dunes and have a really good time. And I probably couldn't count on my fingers on how many times he's had to pull me back to the trailer, because that YFZ just always giving me hell. So LTR has proven to be reliable every time I take it out. But that just kind of goes with modding stuff and all that. And whenever I take stuff out, I'm not being easy on it. It's meant to be used, and that's what we do. So that being all said, I hope you guys look forward to a little bit of action on a 450. We've been doing pit bike stuff. We just did a full build on a Yfz450 that came out super awesome. And now we're going to be venturing to a RM125 we got to do a build on. And then side stuff and all that, we have our Jeep back there that we're going to be putting a Chevy 350 in. Just making a nice cruiser. And then the old Ram here, our tow rig, still running great and all that. But if you know anything about Ram pickup trucks and the Hemi motors and all that, they like to eat up lifters. The ball bearings go bad pretty much in the lifter, and then it starts just wearing on the cam. And then you put a bunch of shavings in your motor, and it's no bueno. So we really want to address that issue before it happens, so it doesn't put us down during the middle of summer, and then we have no tow rig. So that being said, that is definitely a good portion of our change is going to be going to the 450, and also the Ram here, because none of that stuff is cheap, especially if we decide to go to long tube headers, which is insane. It's definitely not like buying headers for a 350. I'll tell you that. So, and I just told you that we also have the Jeep. That's also going to be a big expense for us. So we don't plan on shying away from pit bikes or dirt bikes at all. That is definitely the main look on this channel that we try to go for. Stuff like this we might post a video on it. We might dabble a little bit, but we don't want to stray from having you guys miss out on any of our fun pit bike stuff. So we definitely have some more dirt bike builds and all that, some small bike stuff that we're going to be doing this winter. Also, because it's coming fast, it seems like, we also got our big trip that we're going to be doing here soon with Rush Off-Road. It's going to be super awesome. So I can't wait to edit the footage, because that is probably my favorite footage to edit. Takes me a while, but it definitely is a lot of fun, just sharing our experience out there on the trails and all that, and just having a good time. And this time here is definitely going to be a good time. This will be probably the most people we've had on a trip, and I can't tell you how long. And we're bringing pit bikes, Jeeps, and pickup trucks, and it's going to be spicy. I don't even know what's going to happen. So I appreciate you guys watching, guys. I've noticed, you know, through my videos I post now, the views keep on building and building and all that, and it's just really fun to see the progress of this channel from day one when we started to now. And I just get pure enjoyment on sharing this stuff with you guys. So again, I appreciate it. And you guys know the deal. Until next time, we'll see you later.